Day 7 since leaving Lava Mountain Lodge, so I have about 30 miles to South Pass City and my next resupply, so looks like I'm not going to run out of food. And it was noticeably warmer last night once I got down here. Granted, yesterday was pretty chilly in general high up. I don't know where the official end of the winds are, but it does look like I'll pretty much be getting to the end of it today. Looking ahead, I won't be back up above 11,000 feet. Basically till right before the Colorado border. That does mean I'll be getting to the basin section, which I've seen a lot of grumbling about online. But unlike a lot of people, I don't mind desert through hiking. I just kind of take it as it comes. Also, despite the usual social media and comment drama, which seems to be dominated by the people that have a rougher time, etc., just like to complain. I've talked to some friends coming northbound, and they said it wasn't that bad. Water sources, yeah, I'm gonna have to start paying attention to my water carries, but it doesn't look like anything unreasonable, at least from what I've seen looking ahead. I did see one little comment about a section of the red line going through where a rancher claimed private property. The track and waypoint information on this trail in general can't be relied upon quite as much as, you know, the PCT or AT. There you've got all the information you could possibly want. Here, sometimes the trail has been cut through blowdowns and the track goes a different way. Or there's a disagreement between, you know, the blazes or whatever track is on far out. But that's just kind of the CDT for you. Prior to far out and the CDT organization having an official-ish red line, there were actually disagreements between the two major map packs over what was the red line in certain places. Hence why I'm trying to control my purest instincts on this trail more so than I did on the AT or the PCT. Though I have to say, having done those the way I did, I'm quite happy with my approach there. I haven't actually seen any other CDT hikers for a little while here. At least nobody that identified themselves, or you can usually tell from kind of the dirt patina and the gear we have who's been out here a while. I think the last ones I talked to were right before entering the winds. There have been plenty of weekenders to keep me company though. Alternate wise, I think those are done for a while. I've seen a couple of the usual, you know, people out in the basin blocking roads to avoid having to be on trail or shortcutting little corners, things like that. But the next big one on my radar, I think, is once I'm in Colorado. At this point, it really is just about the weather and whether I'll be able to do the San Juans or not. Shorter term, South Pass City is about 30 miles from camp this morning. So my plan will be to get there tomorrow, hopefully early enough to resupply, which shouldn't take too long. And then I really need to charge batteries. If I can't charge batteries there, I'm actually gonna have to hitch in someplace. After that, I think it's a easy-ish 120-mile carry to Rawlings, where I'm looking forward to getting a hotel and a shower after all this. And then after that, I just have to decide, am I going to go to encampment or am I going to push to Steamboat? When I talk plans with Taters, she is, of course, all about minimizing hitching in, because that can be a real pain. Sitting there for an hour or two waiting to get a ride just kind of sucks. But, you know, carries like this particular one, 170 miles, I'm a little less prone to do, because the first couple of days are slow and painful. Avoiding towns where I can really has been saving me time and significant amount of money so far on this trip. So a lot of the blowdowns have been cleared, and the ones that haven't have social trails over them, but not all. And Tater's favorite little animal friend, a pica. He was actually a lot braver than a lot of them are. They're usually pretty hard to see unless you're solo and sitting quiet for a while. This blowdown event from 2020 must have been a doozy. We've had them out in the Sierra a number of years ago. And there was one just a couple of days ahead of me, I think, last year. And I think it was Pennsylvania. Came through and there were all these live trees knocked down around this park. It's kind of a nightmare to get through. I can tell I've got nobody ahead of me. There are spider webs out across the trail, so I've been silk blazing. And back out of the wilderness. I'm guessing that means more cows. So that was actually a trail register, which is cool because I get to see where everybody is. Turns out Zach, Hong Kong, and a few others that I recognize came through here yesterday. And after a good long stretch in the wilderness, back to roads. Actually, once I checked the map, there was a not so apparent junction there, and they cut a trail that runs parallel to the roads. One advantage of civilization. The ability to dump toilet paper at that campground was totally worth the minorly wet feet crossing the river to get there. Between that and just having a day or two of food, my pack's feeling downright pleasant now. Yep, back to the desert. Okay, filled up with water. Wasted some precious daylight chatting with taters up at the pass. So I am now basically 9 or 10 miles downhill to get to South Pass where my package is. Except taters was just checking while I was on the phone, and it looks like per the tracking, the package hasn't arrived. It should have been delivered last Thursday, but it's not marked as actually having arrived. I guess we'll see. My quick get in, charge, get out may turn into hitching into lander. And welcome to the basin. (8:30) and unfortunately once it gets past 8, it gets really hard to find sites. I finally found something due to a fire ring over there by the road. I am surrounded by cows. The couple of the spots that I found out here actually had too much cow shit everywhere. The smell was just too bad, but found something that works. Home sweet home for the night.